Firdayanti.
My name is Mardhiyah Azizah.
My name is Lintang, Putri Ansani.
My name is Fadhila Arfah.
We will tell us about exploitation of forest.
Come on
and join
us!
Definition of forest exploitation. So, what is exploitation? Yups, exploitation is the excessive use of something without considering the impact that occurs resulting in losses. Forest exploitation is taking forest products for the sake of excessive economic interest without maintaining the balance of the forest. Once upon a time, when Indonesia was still a kingdom, forest exploitation had emerged. Forests are lungs of the world, which are the most important factor in human life. Imagine if there is no forest, maybe our planet is very hot and lacks oxygen to breathe. Forest damage caused by forest exploitation in Indonesia is not a new thing. Indonesia is a country that has a vast forest area, which is around 63.66% of Indonesia's land area is a forest. The exploitation of forests in Indonesia even happened long before the suffragette stage. As for making temples that require a vast expanse of land, for construction of royal buildings, for making boats, and even for making war equipment in their time.
First, illegal logging. It is not good for environment because it can make the forest destroy. Usually, illegal logging occurs due to economic crisis. The wood are sold by people to fulfill their need. When we want to cut down trees, we must replant it because trees are very useful for human and the world. Second, excessive use of pesticide. In agriculture, pesticide used to kill pests inadvertently. Pesticide kill beneficial animals too. Some bird, because of the use of pesticide, plants are not normal and the nutrition content decreases. The last, the use of artificial fertilizer. The benefit of fertilizer for plant are very big. One of them, give nutrition of plant. Fertilizer are divided into two types, organic fertilizer and non-organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer are made from living things such as wetting plant and animals. Non-organic fertilizer made from chemical. If we use non-organic fertilizer properly, it will produce good plant. But if we use non-organic fertilizer excessively, it will damage the plant.
The forest is a complex ecosystem that affects on almost every species on Earth. At the time when a forest is damaged, it can cause a wide lot of disasters, both locally and globally. The destruction of forests occurred in most of the world, where such damage is caused mostly by human activity. The impact due to damage to the forest can cause many disasters, such as the first is climate change. Oxygen is gas that abundant in the atmosphere, where forest is the biggest manufacturer that produces the gas. That's why there is a saying that forests are the lungs of the earth. And the second is dryness. With loss of absorptive capacity of the soil, it will impact on the dry season, where the soil no more water reserve, which should be used during the dry season. And the third is flooding and soil erosion. With damage to the tree, then, at the time of the rainy season, the ground can absorb well the spilled rainwater and result in the magnitude of rate of flow of water on the surface, which will eventually flood. Therefore, very important for us to always trying to keep our forests in order to remain sustainable, because if they awake, the disaster will not come.
Don't let the forest being deflated. We need for our life, but not every human as big hurt. Others exploited the forest too much that we as humans should pay as a cost for our action. But there might to be some solution, which is first, reforestation. Second, restrict entrepreneur of using the wood. Third, highly selection process of the woods. Fourth, forest burning are not allowed for every reason. Fifth, implement the law fairly. And last, self-awareness. Thus are might be some solution to protect our forests. As much as possible, we need to teach our kids, family, how to love our forests, because the forest is the key for our sustainable living. And don't forget, take care of the forest and preserve. And last, let the forest remain green.